Thank you for listening to the Old 77 podcast.
If you're in the mood to break shit, there's music for that too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All kinds of
This
music.
one goes out to Fractola.
So do you ever do that one? Do you ever like roll up into the nursing home and play like a whole 40-minute set of just heavy metal?
Frank.
God forbid. We gotta get to something.
Tolafist.
You know what's funny? Matt and I, when we lived in Philly together, we used to act like we were in a heavy metal a cappella band. And
Who are you?
Hey, bitches. This is Old 77 Podcast.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Fucking hippies came up here to smoke dope on a dark road, huh?
Warning, foul language may occur due to the subject matter.
Yeah, asshole! I'm talking to you!
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/theold77podcast. Subscribers get bonus content and early access to episodes. Find out more at patreon.com/theold77podcast.
Hey, bitches.
Thanks for listening.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true!
Welcome back to the Old 77 from the Old 77 Studios. It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
Well, that wasn't Dave. Dave doesn't have a cold.
No.
Dave might have a cold, but Dave is not
wishes
here.
he was that
Yeah,
smooth.
no shit. Dave is out tonight, and on episode 71.
Yes.
Pinch hitting tonight.
We do have Angel in the house. He's our guest host. Welcome, Angel.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
Hell yeah, brother. You got your nice natty light over here.
What's he say? What you drinking over there? Natural light.
All natural light.
Oh,
And
natural.
all natural beer made with all natural ingredients.
Yeah, like mid-afternoon, Dave texted both of us, and he was like, "Man, I got a family sick. His father-in-law, there's something going on with him.
Yeah, he had something going on there to where he was hospitalized for a bit. Poor guy.
And so we want to wish the best for his father-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
All the
and
best.
Jess's dad.
Put good vibes out
You
there.
know,
Yeah.
got vibes and prayers to you.
Yeah, send 'em love.
And we're just as you know, we carry on with the show because we can.
Dave told us, carry on tonight, boys, do the show.
Yeah. So I gave Angel a call, and Angel said he wanted to come back and guest host, so that's what I did.
Yeah, man. I'm always here if you guys need me.
So that's what I'm trying to do. So a lot of stuff going on in the world.
Oh man.
As you guys know, it's on every podcast. It's on every news station. The whole story with Gabby and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Is it Laundrie?
Who cares?
I think it's Landry.
I think
Sorry.
it's Landry.
It's Brian Landry, the guy who left her dead.
Yeah.
What I'm assuming is
But
he
really,
did that.
It's all under, yeah.
We talked about this before. Scott thinks he just kind of kicked her down a hill and left her there. Maybe
man.
that's what happened.
It's too fucking shady.
But I'll tell you,
Or, it's evident from what we've seen and what people talked about that they are physical with each other.
Yeah.
And so you're out there in the woods being that way, you fall and hit a rock accidentally, he didn't mean to kill her, but he did kill her.
Right.
Or maybe he did want to kill her.
That's the down one for me. If that happened on accident, man. Oh.
So as this case kind of transpires in front of us all, we've kind of seen like different things happen where his parents are kind of acting suspicious as well.
What's that all about?
They wouldn't cooperate with the authorities, even with the FBI. The FBI actually showed up
right.
and had to use force to take his car away, the van away.
Devil's advocate, you have a daughter. You know
Right.
how much you love that little girl.
Yeah.
You have kids.
Same
Right.
for us, a young
Right.
son.
We both
Young
have
son.
daughters.
I not only have younger kids, but I also have an adult son. A grown-ass man son. And, God, he was my firstborn, my namesake.
Right.
I mean, I have more love for that kid than anything in the world. And if it turned out that he had done something like that,
Right.
you're conflicted as a parent. And that might be why they're coming off creepy. Because, I wouldn't
Right.
begin to imagine how to act in that situation.
The thing is, and this is, I know it's easy for me to say because I'm not in that predicament.
Right.
But if I found out that my son left some young girl,
It would hurt.
to die,
That would hurt.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to serve the time. You did the crime, serve the time.
And I do
Right.
feel that. I do agree
that's-
with that.
that's
But
the
at the
way it
same time,
goes.
you still love your child.
Oh,
And, like,
absolutely.
Oh, you
I
don't
can't
ever
believe
give
this has
up
happened.
on it.
You
Yeah,
know,
you don't
I can't
ever
believe
give up on
did
it.
this right, exactly.
But just think of how heartbroken his parents
Or
are.
her parents.
Like the
Think we think
disappointment.
about them,
Well,
too.
that too. I mean,
You gotta think
obviously
about what
they're just destroyed by this. Floored. So anyway, there's tons of stuff that developed over the last week. I'm sorry,
Right.
I'm like, we're not a murder mystery podcast.
We
but
might be tonight, though.
We really got into it last week
Yeah.
about
The old
this in
77 crime episode
the
Real
second
crime.
segment. So anyway,
Real crime.
there was this girl. She's from Wyoming.
Only murders on the internet.
Right. Murders on Twitter.
Right.
That disease. There was this young lady. Her name's Miranda Baker. Her and her boyfriend actually gave Brian a ride, and this was what she said.
Oh my God, this is the worst.
Hi, my name is Miranda Baker, and on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park at 5:30.
Where she was found dead, by the way.
Right. They
at
found
night
her at Grand Teton.
Yep.
at Coulter Bay. I'm hoping this can help someone identify him because I saw him from TikTok, which then made me call the authorities, and my boyfriend and I have been in contact with a bunch of different people to help piece together.
And that's cool that she did that immediately.
Yeah. Right.
Instead of just sitting back and being like,
but at
should
the
we
same
get
time-
involved?
Then she's got to ruin the moment by doing the new, what the young kids want to do.
But at the same time, though, should she be doing this?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is This is
she
vital information.
Definitely should have given the information to who needs to have that information. But
Instead of doing this.
Right.
Yeah, instead of just go to the authorities first.
Exactly.
Give her 15 minutes.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, that's
like,
how it is nowadays, man.
Let me
But,
kind of.
Hey, if it helps solve it and help, let her have her.
Well, that's where they
Other different
started.
parts-
That's where they
Right,
started.
let 'em have her
in
15
Grand
minutes.
Teton.
To this case, but we picked him up at Coulter Bay, like I said, at 5:30. He approached us asking us for a ride because he needed to go to Jackson, which we were going to Jackson that night. So I said, hop in. He hopped in the back of my Jeep. We then, proceeded to make small talk. But before he came in the car, he offered to pay us like $200.
See, now that's even more suspicious. Because I'm offering. See, now go back to the cop video. He told the cops that he had no money.
Right now, all of a sudden, he's got $200.
And he's got $200 to give someone for a ride.
At the same time, though, if you're
I
going,
might offer $20.
if you're going through that with the cops, I'm going to tell them, hey, man, I ain't got no money.
I'll buy
200's
some
a
gas.
bit much.
If you take me there, I'll buy you some gas. Or here's $20, not $200.
200's get me the fuck out of here.
200, exactly.
Question.
Desperation.
You didn't see me. You don't never see me in your life. Don't
Right.
talk about me.
Don't
If anybody-
TikTok my ass.
Right.
And it's
We never
late.
met. Here's $200.
But that's a desperation move to offer someone an overpriced ride.
To give him a ride.
Well, that's why she's
Like,
doing this.
10 miles. So that was kind
$200 for 10 miles. I mean, I would have taken it. I'm not
Well,
gonna
of
lie.
course.
I'll be like, damn right.
Well, didn't she says in here she texted her mom when it happened? Hey, we just picked up a hitchhiker, so
Yeah.
she has the exact time and everything.
kind of weird. He then told us he's been camping for multiple days without his fiance. He did say he had a fiance, and that she was working on their social
made
media
sure
page
to
back at their
mention
van. Then once, like, in conversation, I brought up, yep, like, we're going to Jackson. He freaked out. He's like, nope, I need to get out right now. Like, pull over. So we pulled over at the Jackson Dam, which I don't know if you know, like, Teton Park, but it's not very far from Coulter Bay. And if this does, like, reach people, I can post pictures of, exactly where we were. We picked him up and the whole route or whatever, and, like, screenshots of, like, the timestamps. We dropped him off at 6:09 p.m. on August 29th. He kind of, like, hurried out of the car, and then he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go find someone else to, hitchhike.
There you go.
Hey,
So I just gave you $200 for 10 miles, but then I'm going to go hitchhike with someone else.
when I find out you're not going where I think I want to go, I freak out. Let me out here.
He was panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is guilt written it's smeared all over this dude.
Something
There's a lot of
stinks with
smoke.
this
There's
dude.
a lot of smoke.
No, there is
Right.
tons of smoke.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a fucking inferno.
Yeah.
Just the fact that dude showed up back home alone. That's
You should buy them like no.
that
well,
takes
doesn't
some
happen.
stones, right?
Well, this is the thing, man. Like, what I saw was her father, Gabby's father, went over to the Landry's house,
Right.
expecting to see the parents being like, "Well, we haven't talked to Brian yet."
To Brian.
But he knocks on the door. They open their house up to him, and there he is. He's there. He's there. He was there September 1st. And the last time they heard from her was August 25th. So that's 5 days he had to get home. Or probably not. He probably got home in 3 days. Because he's probably hauling ass.
Oh, guaranteed he's hauling
coming
ass.
home in that van.
Well, there's talk that the cop body cam image isn't all the image that there is, too. There was a Wyoming diner that they were in. And I guess there's them slapping each other around, and then that led to this 911 call.
Yeah.
Grant County Sheriff's Office.
Were you able to get a description of the intoxication?
Hi, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hi, I'm calling. I'm right on the corner of Main Street by Moonflower, and we're driving by, and I'd like to report a domestic dispute to Florida with a white van, Florida license plate, white land, gentleman,
Where's
about
it at?
5'6", beard. They just drove off. They're going down Main Street. They made a right onto Main Street from Moonflower.
Or what were they doing?
Cooperative, but what'd you say?
What were they doing?
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes, and then we stopped.
I love how this guy's like, he was slapping her.
Yeah, I was
Just-
gonna
did you not hear him the first time?
How about this 911 operator? It's like he's not taking the call serious almost.
Right.
Is this like what's his name?
What was he doing? He done told you they were fighting and he was hitting her.
Hey,
Are you
what's
not
that?
paying attention? Where are you at? I gave you the first thing I said to you was where we were at, the cross street and
Right.
everything. It's like he's not even listening.
Yeah.
He's not.
They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off.
Okay, you said it's a white van?
Tossed her in the car
White
and
van,
drove
I
off.
give you the license plate.
White van. White
No, he
van.
said white van.
Did he say what? I thought he said
white
blue.
van.
White van. That's the van they were driving.
That's it, with Florida plates.
Give me 1 sec. I took a picture of it.
Actually, this cat calling.
What kind of white van? Like a big one?
Like a Uncle Rico white van.
This cat calling in sounds more professional. Like he's like
Right.
Right. He should be
He
the
knows-
dispatcher
yeah.
instead of this guy.
It was a smaller van with the license plate of, it was white, Florida license plate QFT G03. It was, the make was a Ford, model was Transit, black ladder on the passenger side.
Black ladder, passenger
I would have
side.
not been able.
Holy
I
cow.
would have been like, it was a van, dude. I don't know,
So,
pick one. They all look the
this dude-
same.
This dude took some notes.
Like
Yeah.
this cat has one of those photographic
No,
memories.
maybe.
There's probably a
Yeah.
couple of them. They wrote it down. This was important.
This was important.
They
If
can
it was
tell
this
there's some shit-
bad,
there's some crazy shit going on with these two.
he probably
Right.
he probably grabbed a pen in his car as this shit was going down.
White Ford Transit.
White Ford Transit. Okay, what's your name?
Okay.
I'm not
They
telling
probably
you.
ended it right
I'm
there.
not telling you what my name is.
I guess that's it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's probably blacked out confidential.
Right. Yeah. They can't
Oh,
run
well,
that
yeah.
shit,
They can't
yeah.
release that.
Because I remember
got
like,
you.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. My address is blah blah blah.
Right,
My
exactly.
phone
They,
number's
they
what-
can't release
But
that.
like right there, dude. Like
Man.
right there,
There it
is
is.
just like, why would someone call in and make some shit up about that?
You know what disturbs me more? The 911 caller, the operator. The caller had it
Yeah.
all down. The operator was like, "What? What?"
He's not proficient.
He wasn't
Right.
comprehending what the dude was saying.
that slowed the response down.
Yeah.
That says a lot about like Wyoming dispatch out there.
Well, I mean, that's not the only thing that's been happening out in Wyoming. This has also raised the indigenous peoples out there. I think there was a study that said that there was over the last month, or no, it's the last 10 years, that there's been over 700 indigenous people disappearances
Oh
in
my
Wyoming.
goodness.
What?
And it's not gotten this any kind of attention, really. Now on Twitter, I notice it especially, people put out more missing people, like this person missing in such and such national park, and give this one the attention y'all gave Gabby.
Right. If Becky was missing, they would have been
Right.
all over it.
Well, here's another mess. Here's
No
another
kidding, man.
Well, here's
With her
another
hair pulled up,
going
and the
back
bangs.
going back to Florida where the Landrys live at. Another messed up thing is the parents and Brian went on a camping trip right after Gabby went missing.
You know why? They're probably getting their story together.
Maybe
cleaning
but
up the van.
you're not talking about like a king-sized RV. You're talking about a camper, hooked up to the back of a pickup truck. And it's odd because, and this is what the one neighbor said, it's the parents and their 23-year-old son. What 23-year-old son goes away with their parents to a camping trip? With that, like, it'd be different if you had a wife and kids and, like, they're all going for a family vacation.
With the grandparents all together.
That's kind of odd.
Yeah.
That is very odd to me.
It's all odd, man.
Very odd. It's all fucked up.
It's all odd.
And the crazy thing is, no one can find these fucking people. I check the news every day since he's been gone.
They haven't been able to find the parents and
They haven't.
Are they missing too now?
Well, no, they're back at home.
No, but we're still missing him, right?
They can't find this cat.
Oh,
No.
he's on the run.
He's on the run. He's somewhere.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
I just saw a story on Flipboard. That's where I kind of have been following this, and there was a trail cam that somebody had found out on their trails, and they think it was him. They'd caught walking by it with a backpack on and shit.
Is he still in Florida?
Yeah, in that reservation. That's
Oh,
what
he's
they're
in the
searching.
reservation.
That's what they're searching right now. They're doing a 2,000 acres, 200,000
Yeah, so
acres, something.
that-
They're searching it grid by grid.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
I wonder if he's kind of, and they said that he's like very well educated in
that's
the,
his back,
the reservation.
That's his thing. He goes out there and his
he's familiar
family
with
too.
the area and whatnot.
Yeah,
and I can't imagine
capable of making it on his own for long periods of time.
But I can't imagine it being very pleasant. I mean, it's Florida. It's swampy. Yeah. There's alligators. There's giant insects out there.
But if he knows the terrain, maybe he's not there anymore.
Maybe not.
They're spending all this time hunting for him. Maybe he's in Cuba or something now.
This is the biggest story in America right now.
Right now.
This dude cannot hide. You can't hide, dude.
I would hope that
it's
people do
everywhere.
the right thing and I help protect him.
But at the same time, I mean, his parents are kind of... It sounds immediately like they're the ones who lawyered up for him, you know?
Yeah. That happened like right away. Didn't it?
Yeah. He came home and immediately lawyered up.
Well, as soon as they found her body, and then, they took her to the coroners and all that, they said it's a homicide.
Yeah.
They labeled it as a homicide.
But we don't have actual cause of death yet, though, do we?
Not yet. I'm sure they're still trying to figure that out.
Man.
It takes a while for that stuff to the whole forensics of it all.
Right.
Yeah, and then they'll need to review them probably, I don't know, before they can release to the general public.
I'm sure, yeah. They'll have to go over it with the family
If
and
it's open
things.
case, they can't,
right.
Can we release this yet to the public?
But why run? Like, if you have nothing to hide, then why run? Why?
Well,
just fucking be a man.
Makes him look bad anyway, the whole thing from day one,
Right.
you know?
Like, just be a fucking man. If you're guilty, just be like, I fucking
When
killed
I was
her.
in middle school, my friends would kick you on the street, and then we see a cop come, we just start running for no reason, just to mess with. Jesus. And this is on a military base.
Well, yeah, I get that.
DMPs are chasing your asses
we
down.
just, for no reason. We just started to run, so they thought something was up. They chased us.
But yeah, that's that. I'm sorry we had to talk about this. On the
No,
first
nonsense,
segment, but you know what? Like, this is something that we have to talk about. This is this is a parent's worst nightmare.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
On both sides of things.
She was 22 too. Right. So she wasn't fresh out of high school, you know.
Young, vibrant, full of life, artistic.
At the beginning.
Who cares
Young,
if
dumb, and full of cum.
Look.
Yeah, exactly.
There is not a perfect woman out there. And look, I don't care. Man. I don't care how much that young lady got on Brian's nerves. There is no reason for that dude to get violent with her.
Right.
You guys know any decent Bryans?
Actually, yes, I do.
Good, thank God.
Brian,
because
we play softball with Brian.
Yeah,
I know.
Brian's cool cat.
I know like 4 or 5 Bryans, and they're all douchebags, man. They're all douches.
Yeah, I know too. My brother-in-law and then Brian Courtney we play ball with. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I hope they find some kind of answer to this story, and
Well,
the
John
parents,
Walsh got involved now.
Oh, so John Walsh, who has devoted his life
It is now on it.
to solving crimes.
America's Most Wanted.
Yes. So John, he's gotten involved now, and he has declared that he won't rest until Gabby's
boyfriend or fiance is
I remember
brought
watching
to
that
justice.
show.
Is
You
brought
ever
to
remember,
justice.
like, as a kid, making time. Oh, America's Most Wanted is on.
Oh my God!
Watch
man.
that.
That show was always so intense.
It was. They left with cliffhangers, multiple cliffhangers.
Oh my God!
Like, just tell me already.
Yeah, Apparently, John Walsh's son was.
Yeah. That's how he got into it.
He was kidnapped and killed.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was brutal.
I thought that they never found him, or they didn't know for sure. Like they think he was killed, but they never found him.
I don't remember. I don't remember how.
Because he
it
always
all
kept
went
up
down.
hope. He always kept up hope that.
Right. Yeah, because at the end of the show, they would flash like a postcard or something like, "Have you seen?"
Like in the ending credits.
Yeah, have you seen this? This killer, and it was always a different unsolved one.
Right.
John, here's John's exact quotes that he said about the whole Gabby story. He said,
Yeah.
"I'm saddling up to catch this dirtbag. This is hard. This is a homicide. This dirtbag is out there.
Dirtbag.
I don't know how he got out of his house with the FBI and local media being outside. I mean, how the fuck did this guy get out of his house with anyone seeing him?
He went camping.
There must be like a little, exit area out of his backyard, and he just like pieced out and grabbed his backpack and took off. So, man, the biggest story in America right there.
While she's a pretty brave old man, he's got to be up there. And I mean, he was a grown ass man when I was a kid.
Oh shit, he's got to be in his 70s right now. Right.
He's selling up. He's coming to get you.
Fuck yeah, he
is coming to get you.
He's got that white horse, man. He's coming out to town.
Speaking of,
he's got his spear and shit. He's like, I'm gonna get your ass, Brian. I'm gonna
Probably
get your ass,
shotgun.
boy.
Did I tell you guys about the little air show they had at the local airport in Jefferson City?
No.
Was that the
vets?
the 40s fly-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some cool planes out there, and they had this. I don't know, it's a drop ship. I guess it's some kind of carrier, troop carrier to jump out of, parachute out of, or whatever. Two props. So they fired that bad boy up in front of us, one engine at a time.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Loud as shit too, probably.
There's two guys came up with the full regular, like modern day jumpsuits.
Yeah.
When they came down, one had a huge giant American flag coming off his ankle.
Sure.
And the other one had the smoke and the smaller flags or whatever. And then the plane went around a couple more times and they dropped everybody else off. Everybody else was an older vet.
Oh, no
Oh
shit.
shit.
There was one guy that he was hobbling up there.
Wow.
And he had a Army Ranger insignia on his uniform.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, this is an old school dude from back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
They jump. It was a static line, so as soon as you go out, the parachute goes, and it's the round parachutes that you don't control and go. It just goes straight down to wherever the wind takes you. But
he did that.
He did that shit.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like, fuck.
Well, a lot of those veterans, you'll see like a lot of those veterans,
Oh my
like,
God.
dude, you had when they commemorated like the what was the 80th? What was it? The 70th or something like jump of airborne 70. I don't know what airborne unit it was.
Well,
but there was like a couple guys.
101st Airborne Rangers, and then there's the big red one.
Yeah,
those are the two.
There were a couple guys left from that, and they were like fucking 92, 93 years old. These fucking dudes were paratrooping. Obviously, they had some guy tied with them.
Oh yeah,
but like
they're
still jumping, dude.
Right.
And they're jumping over the place where they jumped back in the day, where
they jump back over
back in
normally?
Europe. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like when they do the honor flight. Now they're doing that. They're
Yeah.
jumping the guys. Oh man.
And like if I was one of those old guys,
mind-blowing.
one of those old veterans, I'd be like, "Fuck you, I'm gonna do this." Like if I die in the air, who gives a shit? I live my
Right.
life. I'm 95 years old.
Yeah, but I mean, at least it's safer this time.
Yeah, no shit. You didn't have bullets whizzing by
Right,
you,
you don't
man.
have cannons coming at you.
Have I told you my biplane story? So biplane like the, I guess World War I fucking days. The
Red Baron and shit?
Yeah, exactly. So I used to work for an ice cream delivery company. It sold frozen fruits door to door. Big yellow truck.
Yeah.
Schwans. But But their parent company also owned Red Baron's Pizza, and they had a squadron of biplanes that would go to air shows and give shows. And there's an airport down in Rolla, Vichy Airport.
Yeah.
So they go out there and give samples of the pizzas to the crowd and whatnot. And as fellow, we went out and helped to do all that. Well, they were offering rides up in those biplanes to like grocery store managers and the freezer department managers, so they can get the, the good end cap and they're always going to have that good end cap.
Man, that's cool as hell.
Right. So a couple of them didn't show. So they asked some of the employees, would anybody be interested in going up? We had these couple spots available. And me and another salesman's wife both threw our hands up right away. And so they let us come up. They talked to us for like 5-10 minutes. Cool. They put parachutes on us.
Oh, yeah.
And, got a leather helmet and everything. And
you had the leather helmet.
All right, so once we go in, there's these, it's a 5-point harness. He showed me how to put it on. He said, once you get in there, he goes, okay, if you hear me say bail, bail, bail 3 times like that in a row, if I say it once, I could be talking about hey, bail. That just might come up in conversation on our mics as we're talking. But if I say it 3 times like that, you push this here real hard, and you climb out, you count to 10, and you pull this.
Oh, shit.
Right. And I'm like, sweet, let's do this. I was a young cat, man. I was like in my early 20s. I have some pictures and standing next to the pilot in the plane with all the gear on and cool. Sitting in the cockpit.
What was that like?
They sit like this at an angle.
Yeah.
And so as you're going down the runway, you can't see. They do a Z formation until they flatten out and they take off. Nice. And that's when the fun began. So he was like, how do you like roller coasters? Do you think I can do some tricks, some barrels and whatnot? I'm like, go for it. Do it. Whatever. He said, this would be so awesome. Right. And he did. It was so fun. And doing rolls and whatnot.
That is awesome, dude.
It was,
I would love to fly one of those, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, talking about the Army stuff is what got me thinking about that.
Yeah.
The planes
totally.
And whatnot. But because it was open cockpit, it's just like a Red Baron plane. It was
got those
so
great
cool.
big goggles.
Yes.
So how high
did he fly through a barn?
No, he didn't do that. No.
How high do they get?
I don't know. I'm
not too high.
I wouldn't think they can get too high, but like I'm thinking about this one here this past weekend at the air show that it got up there pretty high. It did get up high, but I don't know.
You're talking like probably
high enough for some people to parachute out that some bitch,
like 8,000, 9,000 feet.
There's a certain level that you're base jumping, right? And then anything above that, you're skydiving.
Yeah.
So,
like 10,000 feet, is that high enough?
I don't know. 10,000, is that the mile? Is that what that is? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
5,000 feet, so I think it's 5,000 and change or whatever. I don't know.
We can Google it, but that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So you're at least 2,000 feet.
Is that all?
To base jump.
Really?
That's
to base jump.
That's like if you're jumping straight off the top of a big cliff into a cave.
That's fucking crazy.
Right.
You have to
Off
have
a
at
building,
least you have
bridge.
to have 2,000 feet.
Right.
So yeah, you were definitely higher than 2,000 feet.
Hell yes, you are.
Yeah. You're probably like 8,000, 7,000 feet.
Right.
Up. Because commercial airliners go 30,000 up.
Right.
And that's like you need to be in a cabin.
Yeah.
Pressurized.
No pressurized cabin.
Right. Because obviously, those Red Baron planes, they didn't have oxygen. You're fucking you said in an open cockpit.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was fun.
That's how they used to fight back in World War I, though, man.
That's why the Germans were so fucking awesome, man, because they made the timing chain and they could shoot right through their propeller.
Right.
Little bastards, right?
That's some fucking engineering right there, man. That's some fucking key engineering. Because the Red Baron was a German pilot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
10,000 feet for the military.
See, there you go. So that has to be you're probably close to that.
Yeah, Pops was with me, and my dad, he's retired military. Right. He served 23 years in the Army.
Vietnam vet.
Vietnam veteran, yeah. He was there, and he said he got chills because he thought he was, took him back a little bit. Remember, he jumped once when we were stationed in Kentucky. Mm-hmm. They had opportunity. They weren't in a platoon or anything that did jumps or whatever, but they had the opportunity to go up in a helicopter with their superior, their NCO, I think it was, and go up, and like 8 of them got to jump. And he said that he was up there, he stuck his arm out, because they told him, you stick your arm out, the air will pull you out.
Right.
And he's like, it's not doing anything. He said, stick your leg out. And when he did that, He says the air pressure just sucked him out.
Wow.
And I was like,
how many?
I thought that shit in the movies was fake. I mean, that was just a dramatic effect. I guess it really does suck your ass.
How long was his tour in Vietnam?
He went. I want to say 3 years is when he first. I think he might have went. Like he went, came back, and went again.
Wow.
So he volunteered to go back.
Yeah, I don't think he was drafted. I think he was already in it.
Damn.
When it started.
Was he in combat?
That I don't know. He never really talked about it.
Most of those guys don't want to talk about it either.
Yeah, but he went back though, so
right.
That's a dude right there. That's a fucking dude. Like I'm not, I feel so bad that I'm here and not there helping my bros out.
Well, think about how many guys. Afghanistan shit went on for 20 years.
Right.
So there's lots of guys that went back there multiple
Some
times.
guys made a fucking career out of war.
Two, three times getting back into the war zone. I mean, you could go. It's
crazy, man.
And be in the military for a decade or whatever, 15 years, and nothing ever happened. And then you get in the last 20 some odd years that we've been.
Right.
Everybody's just been taking their turn, going to Afghanistan.
Every generation,
every active duty military person.
Well, there's people over there now serving that were serving that probably don't even remember 9/11. It's always been post 9/11 for them.
You have like 18, 19-year-olds over there, right?
Well, they're all back now, right?
Allegedly.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, we've always got that.
Hey, man. Well, we'll see what happens next.
Right.
Hey, that was very intense for a segment.
It was. It was.
Woo, we gotta slow it down a second, right?
So big ups to our friends at the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Yeah, what's
to
up?
Tyler and Biscuit Strength.
Hell yeah, you
and
guys
to
are awesome.
JT at
the Paranormal Sun, baby. Yeah.
They're all our Patreon patrons.
Also, we have a Halloween episode coming up. If you have a story, if it's abnormal, if something like paranormal happened, or if you saw something in the sky you couldn't describe,
I want to hear it.
We want to hear it, man. Just DM us. We will not say your name if you don't want us to. We just want to share the story for a Halloween show. If not you, then someone else is going to get theirs on.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Real goosebumps. Let's get something good.
I'll talk about my experience being followed on that episode. I mean, it was fucked up.
That's messed up, too.
Yeah, I was in my early 20s when that happened.
Yeah. Did I ever talk about the guy walking by here? I mean, I could talk about some stuff.
You never.
You talking about the old man with the dog?
No. I can talk. I can talk.
We're talking about a guy who's.
Well, when I lived I used to live in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And there was an older guy that used to walk around the neighborhood with a dog.
Oh, get it out of here!
Walk his dog every day, and he waved at everybody.
Was he a mortician?
No, but he was grumpy as fuck to everybody. I know where you're going with that mortician because we're talking about a dog, and dogs like bones. And
do you know why I think he seems grumpy towards you, Angel? Because you had this fucking 4th of July party that blew up every year.
I used to have a 3rd of July party because nobody's got to work on the 4th. Everybody can kick it.
You had some dude get in your face. Remember that?
This old man knocked on my door. An old man. And he said, if you ever do that again, I'll make sure the whole neighborhood comes down on you.
Jeez.
Damn.
Wow.
He's still
Mike came up to my house and told me that
What
shit.
a way to shame somebody.
Still haunting.
Shame on you.
Well, I told him I was going to have another party tomorrow.
Okay, well, we'll see you back on the other side.
Woo, that's right.
On the old 77.
Peace out, y'all.
Binges. Love you, Dave.
Can't believe he blew us off to go bleach his butthole tonight. God.
Hey guys, it's Matt, and we always talk about Last Flight Brewing Company, and we never exaggerate on how good it is there. They have this wonderful indoor space where you can fit a bunch of your friends or your family. You can take your dog in there. Also, kids are welcomed. We can all drink as equals. It's a great spot. If you want to sit outside, there's tons of space. It's a great spot for a sunny afternoon with friends, families, even colleagues. You can do it all out there. Games, cornhole, whatever your vice is. They also have a carefully crafted beer menu which changes all the time. Each beer they put out is delicious. Also, Last Flight won first place at the Missouri Beer Festival. They've come a long way in a short time, so check them out. You can find them on Facebook and online at lastflightbrewing.com. If you're local, check out Last Flight Brewing Company today. Go enjoy some sunshine. Get off your couch. Go right now. Fill up your growler.
Welcome back to the old 77.
It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
World.
Gotta get the echo in there. I don't know why. That's become a thing now, right?
Hey, Dave, I know you're listening to this and you're like, man, I really do like that reverb, man. I'm a musician. I know these things.
Digging that reverb.
Dave, how dare you bleach your asshole tonight while we're trying to do this show?
No, all seriousness though. Everything goes out to Dave, man.
Yeah, we were thinking about you, brother.
We are.
We got old Angel in here tonight hanging out with us, guest host. Angel, say what's up to the old 77ers out there.
What's crack-a-lackin', everybody? Glad to be back.
Crack-a-lackin'.
He backing. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're just having a good time. Let's lighten the mood up in here because we were pretty down and dirty with the whole intense.
It did get a little hot there for a minute.
Segment, yeah,
so intense with the burning and the.
Yeah, but it was a good intense.
It was a good one. It was a good segment,
qualify as
man.
a danger zone at all.
No, I mean,
did not. No, it was good. It was a good, safe place.
I can't wait till that new the new Top Gun comes out.
Oh man,
the next generation.
That thing's been coming out forever though. There was merch at Walmart. Now there's not.
But don't you think like
Kanye's album?
Oh my God. Did that thing finally drop?
I think so.
Yeah, all right.
Dave says it's pretty good.
Duh.
He says if you cut down like 10 tracks,
You know what this
it'd be.
is? This is the shocker. Whenever my wife says something to me, I'm like, duh. I just go.
The shocker goes straight up. Right. Oh my God. So anyway, what a strange world we do live in, man. There was a headline that came out this past week, and on a lighter foot, the FBI agents made an astonishing discovery. This is in Houston, by the way.
Of course it is.
They had a search warrant for residents of a Houston mortician, and they found 3,178 embalmed human penises.
Oh God! Of course it is.
And
mortician.
Here's the story. Oh, hold on.
Wait, you got it? All right,
there he is.
On Facebook and Twitter that the FBI seized over 3,000 penises during a raid at a morgue employee's home. This is
my
a picture.
God.
Look at this.
That dude.
Is that Beavis all grown up?
So, like, he has a lazy eye, but his lazy eye doesn't go in. It like
goes out.
directly goes to his peripheral.
He looks
Is he
like
looking at me or looking at you?
No,
both of us.
He's definitely looking at you and Scott. And he also has
brother off of the Goonies, man.
but he also has a hair bun.
Hey, you guys!
It looks like he did too many steroids, and his hair is just bunned up, and he looks like Sloth.
Oh my God, he does.
That's photoshopped, right?
No, this dude's for real.
Accompanying the story. Well, I hate to break it to you, friends. It's a hoax.
What?
Martin Schenk at Lead Stories now reports that an article appeared on the fake news website.
Oh, we all just got rickrolled.
The FBI seized
Oh my
We
God!
all just got rickrolled.
during a raid at
Fake.
the employee's home. The story opened.
I'm glad that happened live.
Oh, wow.
We were talking about that one
Who's
too.
in the
like,
research
oh my
department?
God.
Somebody's got to answer for this.
So honestly, where would you find 3,000 embalmed penises? Like, do they just keep penises around after people die? I mean, no, they don't. They go and they destroy everything.
Well, I mean, you'd like to think, right? The same people are, keeping your photos when you go to the 1 hour photo booth too at the Walmart.
Because I was thinking this guy's like Buffalo Bill. Man. Like, he's just putting the lotion on the penises.
Well, as a ghost and you're a dude, right? Are you okay that your penis made the cut? I mean, I'm sure you're pissed, but
I mean,
your penis made the
like
cut.
if you're missing an arm and then you're in the afterlife, does your ghost also not have an arm?
I don't know. That
No.
would suck.
Or once you're in the afterlife, you're fully back formed again.
That would
So
suck.
if losing your penis in our reality,
All right.
wouldn't affect me having in penis after.
As long as
the
I can
afterlife.
have ghost
As long as I
penis
have
sex.
ghost penis,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you doing with that. I ain't using that shit no more.
Well, that's something.
Have at it.
That's something we don't know
Put
about.
that shit on
Ghost
display.
penis.
The
ghost penis.
As long as I have ghost penis, I'm cool.
Instead of like cousin it with the hand, it's like a penis like slithering around and shit.
Because I always thought that was a thing that people would say, for people.
I think it's
who
hard sometimes
Don't
when
have a
it's-
limb or whatever. That
Oh, like
in the
Phantom?
afterlife. In the afterlife, they're back to.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
No, I'm in the afterlife. I'm reformed again. I can walk. I've been paralyzed my whole life.
I guess we
Right,
really
right.
don't know until obviously when we die. But
that's all.
I mean, if you do believe in spirits and we had actual like entity like images and stuff, but people do kind of take the form of their living being. Maybe that's a thing. And maybe we are just, we're painless. Like, we don't feel anything now. We're just kind of this energy.
That'd be cool.
It'd
be cool if we were all like in a big bowl full of, whatever, like consciousness.
Right.
And then every once in a while the bowl drips down and somebody gets out.
Because the pain we
Learn
feel,
something
the pain we
now.
feel every day is the pain of this body that we have, but we're not freed from it.
Right?
Yeah.
Where's Dave when you need him?
Maybe it's because when we're outside of the body, we're normally going everywhere at once, forward, backward, but while we're in the body, we're stuck in place. We physically have to feel this and go through this in linear time.
That was deep.
That is some deep shit. I need Dave right now. Dave, where are you? This is like right up Dave's alley.
Dave would have to have like a poised dart frog or something, like
Well,
lick his ass and then come up with the answer.
Well, I had a frog secretion today, and then I listened to a Kanye album, and then I meditated. And
By the way, it was the best album ever.
It was
the best artist ever.
And I'm fully like, I'm fully healed.
erect.
Yeah.
Did you see what
It has to be the
old 77?
I did. I loved that. I loved that.
This is
sorry,
our
not sorry.
Dave.
I would buy every ticket if I won the lottery.
Oh, sorry, Dave. You're not here, man. I mean,
Kanye, you suck.
This is the first time we haven't had Dave in a long time.
Your
so-
mom's disappointed is what I would put on it.
or his grandfather.
Both of them.
Old Dick Slayer.
Right, the Dick Slayer.
Oh,
the
God.
No, all jokes aside, I don't hate Kanye. I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite rappers.
He's not one of my
But
favorites.
he's made a couple. He's made a song that I really Through the Wire was a song I loved. I thought it was a
It
great.
was a good song. One of my favorite hip
I
hop.
just like to give.
My favorite hip hop group was Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang.
Just because original beats, just the
like the
creativity.
skits, yeah.
The creativity of the RZA to produce that album the way he those albums the way he did, and like this one line from 36 Chambers where Method Man says,
the meth.
I'll sew your asshole shut and I'll keep feeding you and feeding you like what the fuck, dude?
Shakespeare.
Right.
Like
right?
It's like the human centipede, but it's just you. You can't shit because it's sewed up.
That reminds me of.
It'll eventually seep out somehow. Right? Yeah.
That reminds me of a lyric from another
dirty bastard.
another rap group from back in the day, a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Tribe.
I think it was Fife that said, "I bust a nut inside your eye to show you where I come from."
Oh.
I thought that was like, oh shit.
Oh, golly.
Can't say you didn't see it coming.
Right. That's right.
But Old Dirty, that dude was fucked. Yeah. He was messed up in the head, dude. Old Dirty.
He was a character for sure. But I love that album, Nigga Please. That shit was dope. I listened to that from
By the
first
way,
song to
Angel
last
is a
song.
person of color, so he's allowed to say the N-word here.
I do. I accidentally drop it all the time.
And we're
on
not,
purpose.
On purpose.
Just to clarify that, okay?
Right. But yeah,
don't try to cancel our podcast.
There was a skit I seen one time. It was like, not all Puerto Ricans can say that.
Right.
Like Ricky Martin can't say that, but
because Ricky Martin's way
but
white.
the niggas from Terror Squad, those motherfuckers can say that.
Oh,
shit.
I know, right? Terror Squad, holy shit.
Fat Joe. They
Fat Joe. That's right.
They can say that shit, but Ricky Martin, he's not that type of
Puerto Rican.
Well, because
I am that type of Puerto Rican.
Because she bangs. She bangs.
Like Rosie Perez can say that shit.
That's always Rosie about that dude.
J-Lo's borderline. I know she's from the block, but
yeah, I don't know.
She's from the block.
She's too uptown.
She is uptown, right?
She's from the block, but uptown at the same time. How's
dude,
that?
Rosie Perez is fucking. She's a ghetto fucker.
Yeah.
She's ghetto.
I love her though. She's
no,
great.
but she got some attitude to her.
Great. Oh yeah.
She was at Woodstock.
I remember the first movie I remember her in was Do the Right Thing.
Yeah. Wasn't she in White Man Can't Jump too?
I think so. Yeah.
She was Woody Harrelson's wife,
yeah.
and yeah. That's when she was Rosie Hotness back then.
Dude, right?
Yeah. It sucks for women. They don't really. I mean, listen, women. I'm sorry. Like all our women listeners, look, you know the truth. Women.
Oh no.
Women like when they just don't age as well as men.
We might be entering the
I
danger
know.
zone.
Goose, help me out here.
Somebody's looking for some trouble here.
Goose, help me out.
Bail,
baby.
bail,
Dude, I
bail.
think you're Goose at this point, Maverick.
I'm a Thanksgiving turkey. Hey, I'm not trying to offend anyone.
I disagree, though. I think,
But no, like my wife and I even talked about this. Like men do age
Some
gracefully.
men-
more.
some men do age gracefully.
If a woman,
Well, it depends if you're doing hard drugs or
if
not.
a woman starts going gray, it's looked down upon. Where if a man starts going silver,
he's distinguished.
he's distinguished.
Right.
You know, going
Yeah.
gray, going silver. You know, it's the way it's perceived
Right.
or
Look at
perpetrated.
the age
Yeah.
highlights in that man's beard.
Right.
Right. If a woman gets a little filled and a little chubbier than she was when she was, you know, a younger woman.
Yeah.
You know, after
Look at
she's
that
had
fat old
4 or 5
lady.
kids or so.
Right, that fat old lady. But if a guy fills out, look at that, he's stout. Or
Dad bod.
that's a big dude.
That's a
or
dad
or
bod.
yeah, dad bod.
What the hell is that?
But like, there's a thing on the internet where like
You
there's
get
a group.
respect almost like you a big
Right.
dude.
I think there's a group
Thank
of
you,
women
baby.
who like are all about dad bods,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing.
and they're like young women. But the thing is, my wife and I were talking about this, and it wasn't even like like Sarah and I were watching something, and it was, I forget who the actress was, and it always comes up while we watch things, and it's an older actress, what's her face from Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
Jones.
No, Kathleen Turner.
Oh.
She aged horribly.
Oh, yes.
Like she sounds
Yes.
like. I mean,
she sounds like a
Is that
velociraptor
who
now.
Yes,
played
she
Chandler's
does.
mom? No,
Oh my God.
Chandler's dad. Who played Chandler's dad
I don't know.
from Friends?
I forget.
It was she was a model back in the day, but now
Kathy Ireland.
she
she was.
she aged
she
so
still
like
is hot.
she
I
she
haven't seen a
played
picture of her lately.
she played Chandler from Friends.
Yeah.
His dad.
Yeah.
His dad had a sex change, became a woman, and so she was portraying his dad,
Okay.
who had a sex change to become a woman.
Oh
That's
my
how she has
God.
aged from being such a spectacular looking
Yeah.
woman when she was in her youth
Yeah.
to what we would consider.
No, I
he
think-
looked like a dude,
No,
Well, who was the chick off of?
which is wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm not.
The chick off of Cheers, Christy Alley.
Yeah,
Christy Alley.
She went from like a knockdown drop,
Drop gorgeous.
absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous chick
Firebomb.
to like
Yeah.
scary now.
Well, the thing, and like I said, going back to I'm not here to like stir the pot or be a troll to all of our female listeners, because I'm not doing that, because I think women are beautiful. But the thing is, like, even my wife even said it, it's harder for women to do the upkeep while they get older than men. Men kind of get distinguished. We have like more of a distinguished handsomeness to us when we get older, but women kind of, I mean,
Women have their own.
It depends on how you take care of yourself.
It's when they go in and start, pulling fat out of their ass and stick it in their lips.
because
That's the problem.
some of these celebrities look ridiculous.
Right, absolutely.
Like when you have there are some, if you even Google it, there are operations or certain like plastic surgeries that have gone wrong.
Oh wow.
Kathleen Turner. That's who I was thinking.
Plastic surgeries,
wow.
like plastic surgery operations have gone wrong where they look like a fucking duck because their lips are too fat.
Yeah.
Like it looks unnatural.
Yeah, I don't like the fakeness, but I same thing
Like
with
a lot of older
most guys are
Hollywood.
Like, yeah, I like big tits. I like big tits. I mean, I like tits just as much as any other guy, but I don't like fake tits.
I love
Yeah,
that.
I don't like them fake either.
Natural are better, man.
Yeah,
Natural
just-
or 10 times. Like back in the 80s, like fake titties were the shit.
Right.
Because it was like,
Yeah.
wasn't fake breasts like at the height?
That's because credit cards were new back then, right?
Yeah.
So you could
Right.
swipe shit and everything bounced.
But
And,
Now, don't get me wrong. I have friends who, their wife has had implants, and I don't think bad about them. I don't look down on them.
But
they did it for
they're kind
them-
of shaped differently though. They
Right.
stick out like fucking.
they feel different too,
because
right?
they're more firm. They hold
Yeah.
up, and to each
They're
their own.
heavier.
Enjoy them, whatever. Blah,
They're
blah.
heavier.
It's saying it's not my preference for what I want, but I don't. That's not somebody I want anyway. So who cares?
Right.
I support her and whatever she wants to do and change her body. But
Absolutely.
it does get to a point. The borderline, like you said, the injections in the lips.
Yeah.
To a point, it's too far.
Right.
Yeah, when you're Botoxing your eyebrows.
Natural titties are better than fake titties. I'm just saying straight up. That's how it is.
I mean,
for me, anyway.
I want to see a little sag. You know, I'm not a young spring chicken. I can't bring the young.
You want some tit pit action,
right? I mean, I myself am not,
like I'm not like
hanging tight anymore.
Right.
And sometimes when you get, when you get a breast.
Yes.
What am I trying to go here?
I have no idea, man.
Man, we are deep
I'm trying to be.
we have entered.
I'm trying to be very PC here.
You
with
are
this.
walking the line, man.
When someone does get a boob
That's
job,
never stopped us talking about tits before.
Right, absolutely.
When someone does get a boob job,
right,
like sometimes it goes wrong, and one titty is bigger than the other.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well,
I think in nature normally isn't that
right?
No, but like it's.
one
I mean,
but isn't that the way they go? Isn't that the way they go in now?
Natural titties are like if the one's bigger than the other, they kind of like go well together. But when you have a boob job and it goes wrong,
oh well, yeah,
that shit goes wrong, bro. Because there's a scar on the titty, and
well, that's when they go underneath the armpit and shit.
Is that when they do
yeah,
now?
They do the armpit now
instead of going through the bottom of the breast.
They go right underneath your armpit. Wow.
And you ever see someone who's recovering from a tit job? They're like just in agony, bro.
Yeah. My niece thought she had too small a cup and went through it, and now they're enormous. You know.
Yeah.
Does that like now when say you're a female, say you're a woman who just had one done, you're a young lady, just had one done, you got pregnant. Does it affect any way you breastfeed?
Being able to lactate?
Like, yeah.
Does that affect anything? I would think it would.
Yeah, you would have to because that's.
I mean, they're not exactly like snipping the nip, but
what is it exactly made
they don't.
of?
They use silicone was back in the day, but they do saline now.
It's saline.
Yeah, it's safe now because it's. What is it? It's not if they leak, but they will leak.
Really?
Your body will break them down.
Get out.
Eventually, yeah.
Wow.
So you eventually, all implants have to be replaced.
That's something you have to take.
You know?
Wow.
So you're only maybe with them 10, 15 years?
But that's
maybe 20?
But that's something like, Sarah's grandmama always told her this, and it hurts to be beautiful because all this upkeep. So Sarah had a lot so she had her she had this I forget what it's called.
Pain is beauty.
But she had her face lasered, and then it would like
microderm
abrasion.
So
laser
dermal
treatment.
abrasion.
So the process is
looked like she had a sunburn afterwards.
Yes. So actually, like it's a process. So you have it done 3 times in
shit.
I think she gets it done, and then like you have to wait like a couple months. Then you do it again.
Was that one at the wedding that we went?
Yes, and remember it looked like Sarah like her
face. I was like, Matt, what'd you do to her? She mouthing off again?
Well, it looked like she.
No, it never hit a woman. That's not funny.
Every time she did this, it looked like she it looked like she fell off a skateboard and hit her face.
Oh, right. It looked like road rash.
It looked like road rash on her face, but it all peels off. But her skin looks fantastic now.
Yeah, you go through that little bit of pain.
Yeah.
For a little while, and you have the.
But it really helps her complexion and everything.
No
she
pain,
looks
no gain. That's
she looks younger and all that, and this is without even having surgery. And a lot of women get this stuff now. It's a very common thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she looks great.
How old is she?
Sarah?
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I can't say how old she is.
Yeah, don't say that. But like she has the skin of a what would you say?
I mean, like all that old skin is like just it's just burned off. Like it's like
you have to card her now.
Like
what's
like
that?
Right? That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, see,
no, I mean, I'm just saying
like the skin of a 15-year-old.
It looks healthier.
Poor man, he's trying to tell this thoughtful story about his wife. And
it looks healthier.
We're messing with you.
I'm sticking with my guns. I'm not going on. I'm not trying to answer any more questions about this.
No.
I plead the fifth. Fifth.
Yeah, the Fifth Amendment was what got Cosby out.
Was it?
Yes.
Is that what got Cosby out? The Fifth?
I thought you were going to say Clinton.
Plead the
I
Fifth.
didn't know where that was going. To be honest,
I plead the Fifth.
I will not testify against myself in fear of incrimination.
That's right.
So the deal was for that civil case that he would testify if they wouldn't prosecute.
That's right. That's where it all went wrong.
And so when they agreed to that, and then they turned around and charged them, well, he incriminated himself. They denied him his Fifth Amendment right of not incriminating himself.
that was it. They denied him his Fifth.
Then that's the technicality.
That's where they got him.
Right. So he was not found innocent. His charges were not overturned. They didn't say, oops, we were wrong. They just said, oops,
We didn't properly book
We didn't have the warrant to go in there into your house and find the dead body in the middle of your living room.
Oh,
Or I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the proper procedure to be able to do what I did and find out somebody who committed a crime because of that technicality.
I think a lot of politicians out there plead the fifth when they're under the gun. If they're,
Of course. That's the easy way out.
Yeah. But when you plead the
fifth.
But when you do take that right to plead the fifth, sometimes it just makes you look bad.
I think in like those trial movies and stuff, they always make that a big deal. Oh, he's gonna testify. So it's like, like you said, most people don't.
Right.
So when you do testify to help yourself, it's like, at least in the movies, they make it seem that way.
I don't know, man.
That it's it's a big deal. This guy's actually gonna do it.
I mean,
because nobody ever does. Maybe I don't know.
That's what
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You always see them
Because that's the point you were making, right? That's what you were
right.
saying.
Oh yeah.
I'm over here trying to find. There was this story the other day. It was about. Well, I don't even want to get into it because it was ridiculous. But I was trying to find it as we were talking.
Sure.
Here.
Okay.
But Nirvana's Nevermind came out September 21st, 1991.
Oh right.
So that's what. How many years?
Jesus, that's what 30.
So you'd be right.
30 years.
30 years.
Right
yeah.
at 30. Yeah.
So
wow,
30 years for that one.
30 years.
Congratulations, we are all old now.
I've been old for a minute.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, me too, man.
I'm kind of sad now.
Right?
Because I remember when that album blew up and we were just kids. I'm like, oh my God, this is like the most incredible thing I've ever heard.
It wasn't too long ago. We were talking about the kid on the album.
Oh, yeah.
Naked kid swimming.
Oh, yeah.
Douchebag.
Yeah, because now he's an adult and he's wanting to sue or
Yeah,
something.
he was suing for...
What a douchebag. What a money grab that is.
Well, his parents...
Porn or something? Indecent exposure?
His parents...
prostitution, that's what it was.
Signed off on letting their child do that because at that age, the parents have the rights, right?
It's not even prostitution.
They're the ones who can make the decision what their child can or can't do, right?
God,
so if anybody he should be suing, should be his parents.
Well, he was only asking for money.
Right, exactly.
It's a money grab, bro.
Yeah. So if you're going to be suing anybody, you have any right. I mean, to me, it's your parents who they're the ones that did that.
That didn't even come in.
Right.
The judge
Fuck
just
that
saw
guy.
that and was like, next.
Yeah, fuck him. I hope you hear this. Fuck you.
He ain't hearing this.
Oh, I know that. But maybe if he runs by it someday.
I don't know. That'd be awesome if he heard this.
By the way, fuck you. You don't deserve shit, you fucking gold-digging motherfucker.
But please stop by our Patreon. Yeah, right? Stop by our Patreon page.
That's old school. You missed the cue.
I fucking prick. Oh, whoa,
pretty good impersonation of that, though.
That wasn't pretty.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to have a dance party.
Whoa.
I would have brought my fly outfit.
Thank you, Scott, for doing that.
You're welcome, man.
I don't even know how that happened.
That was still running.
I've been working
too. That's
on that
amazing.
impersonation.
That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah, it should be in there somewhere.
Fucking prick.
I should have
echoed you.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
Well, I didn't realize we were going to talk about the Nirvana baby grown-up guy now. So it's like, but I mean, honestly, like, it's a bit ridiculous what is going on in the world right now. That is basically your typical situation that's happening right now. Everyone's so fucking everyone's so hurt about something, man.
No, it's just everybody. I think it alludes back to what Angel was saying with the girl. Everybody has to have their 15 seconds
fucking
of fame.
crybabies.
Right. You know, right down to the girl who's trying to help but still getting her name and image out there. You know,
even people who try to help are now trolled by this wave of fucking crybaby fucking PC pussies.
Yeah.
So fuck. You know how I feel.
It's how the world's moving, though, man. You're gonna have to adapt.
Well, yes.
All of us
adapt
are.
and overcome.
Right. We're gonna have to adapt and be the alphas, I guess, that we were apparently raised to be in the 90s world, because, you know, that was going to be a thing.
Oh, God, help us all. Help me, God. I cannot take it any longer.
Hey, man, this is quite the show, right?
Right.
You should check us out. We are at the old77podcast.myportfolio.com. you can check out. So we did some stats
Yeah, we did.
arranging.
Mhm.
Our stats are banging, man. We're not only on Apple, but we're also on Spotify.
Stitcher.
We're on Stitcher. We're all over the place.
Yeah.
Combined stats have us at over 20,000 listens.
Yeah, we'll take it.
That's awesome.
So thank you for
Video
everyone who's
available
listening
as
to
well,
us
like
right
on
now.
YouTube, you can watch the video.
Right, you can watch us on YouTube.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's our landing page. You can get to anywhere from right there.
Thank you guys for listening. We do it. We really do appreciate
social
it.
media
man. Thank you.
pages.
Yeah, it's the old 77
Facebook.
podcast.myportfolio.com.
Hey, we must
Check
be
it
doing
out.
something right, Scott.
It's working, man. It is.
Right? Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, big ups to our friends at Patreon.com, our
That's right.
subscribers, the Jeff City Paranormal Society.
Biscuit Strength.
Biscuit Strength,
Yeah.
and JT at the Paranormal Sun.
All the way from New Zealand.
All the way from New Zealand.
Yeah.
And
Around
I'd
the
like
world.
to give a shout out to
There you go.
Hickman Automotive.
That's right.
Out there on Marina Road, my boy Hickman out there. He,
Bryce Hickman,
Bryce,
baby.
my boy Bryce, we went on a golf trip with us. Didn't
That's
he?
right, he did.
Yeah, his place out there on Marina Road, Mariosa Delta. Go check him out. He can hook you up.
That's right. And Last Flight Brewing Company right there on Heisinger Road in Jefferson City. Different beer menu all the time, outdoor
Delicious.
seating. They also have food trucks out there, different food trucks every day.
And live music all the time.
Live
it's an
music.
event all the time.
And you can bring your dog.
Bring the kids.
I knew one of our friends just had a baby, and she had her newborn baby out there last
No
night.
shit.
Baby was dancing around and shit, hanging out,
When was this?
throwing down.
When was this?
Last night.
Last night?
I'm not naming names.
I know who it is.
Oh yeah. It's all good though.
Right.
All good. So take your
was
take
ready.
your newborns out there, man.
She
Come
was
on.
ready.
Goddamn right she was. That was 9 months of
Love you, girl, if you
sacrifice.
listen. I love you. For real.
All right, guys, we'll be right back
Bitches.
for the cool down. This one's for you, Dave.
In the Groove Vinyl Records and More has the widest variety of new and used music, carrying new and reissued vinyl, used CDs and cassette tapes. In business for over 20 years, offering the best variety and service we possibly can. In the year 2000, we started out as a little hole in the wall, and now In the Groove is a full-service record shop with thousands of records to choose from. Buying rock, jazz, R&B, soul, and blues records, 33s, 45s, and 78s. We also buy CDs and cassette tapes. We've been buying and selling since 2000. In the Groove is a one-stop shop for records, stereo equipment, CDs, and other fun oddities. 708 Jefferson Street, Jefferson City, Missouri. Give us a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook. In the Groove, vinyl records and more.
It is time for cool down on old 77.
Now you have to read all the words. It is time for the cool down on the 77. Old 77.
You want me to say the cool down, right?
Well, yes.
The 77.
Right. Well, the old
Okay,
77.
I try it again. It is time for the cool down on the old 77.
We're back on the old 77. It's a safe place.
In an unsafe world.
World. Angel's like this little soft-talking little motherfucker right here. Hey, ladies, do you want to sit on my face? Yeah, it's the cool down.
How you doing?
You can't hear me though.
You're much smoother than Dave.
I will
Like-
say that, yeah.
Like, I feel like the panties would drop, and Angel's like, hey, how you doing?
What up, ladies? How you doing this evening?
Senoritas. Especially when you pull out the Spanish, bro. Oh, it's on.
right.
Say something in Spanish real quick. That's like,
Algo de español muy rápido.
there we go.
You know
Say
what I
that.
said? Something in Spanish real quick.
Say, drop your panties now, say it.
Para tus panties ahora.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
That's way sexier than
Some
I would
words-
ever hear.
Some
You
words
have
just
to
the
do it
same
now.
because really panties is kind of a new word. It's not like, underwear, knickerbockers or whatever. It's
Yeah.
Pantalones.
Pantalones.
Pantalones, yeah.
Oh, sorry about that, bro.
It's pants.
Trouble with the love scenes.
Tell me about Jack Nicholson.
I called it Who's on Top.
To name that voice,
What did he say?
Kathleen Turner.
Oh God, that frightens me.
She sounds like she smoked like 5 packs of cigarettes.
Dude, she did.
Every 10
when she
minutes.
played,
Every
when she
10
played
minutes.
Chandler Bing's dad, it was a hell of a performance. That woman can act.
Was she semi-hot still?
When she was playing a dude who
She
had
was
a sex
woman.
change.
Yeah, a woman playing a man.
That's right.
She was Chandler Bing's dad.
Oh, I forgot.
I've
all
only
about
said
that.
it like 20 times.
I know. Hey, well, dude, what we just well, listen, short-term memory sometimes hurts for me.
Hurts. Yeah.
Hurts.
My bad.
Hurts, dog. Hurts.
Yeah. Oh wow, man. When you played that just. Oh hey baby, we're gonna go romance the stone.
Give me another cigarette.
You got another Pall Mall on you.
Do you have another whiskey on you? Because that's what I need right now.
I need something to burn down this ciggy, baby.
How about an old fashioned?
You want to watch
rye?
You want to watch
I'd love to have an old fashioned and a nice cigar.
Romancing in the Stone? Let's watch it like for the 50th time.
That's how you're gonna romance this stone, baby.
You're gonna bring it back just like Justin did.
Get in the chopper. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Wow.
I could have swore that's where we were going.
Man, she looks really old.
I do love that movie though, man.
That is a good. Both those. There was two of them: Romancing the Stone, and what was the other one?
It was the follow up.
The follow up,
which wasn't as good as the first.
But what was it?
Romancing the Stone
Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
No, it was a different.
Romance on the Bayou. I don't know. But the first,
we've been googling way too much shit tonight.
The first one had like an Indiana Jones, but like comedy kick to it, and Danny DeVito was in it, man.
Yeah.
Like it was actually
Danny DeVito was in both of them, if I remember right.
The Jewel of the Nile.
The Jewel of the
Nile. That's right.
I love that was another
movie.
good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one too.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
Fuck yeah. There was like alligators in it.
Do you ever watch
eating
all the
people.
Taxi episodes? They're like available on Prime or Netflix. I can't remember which one, but I've seen every single
Have you
Taxi
ever seen
episode.
That guy's
No, it was on
fucking
Hulu.
nut.
He got that dude. A lot of cool cats were on that show back in the day.
The dude from Back to the Future, Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody Rick and Morty? Anybody Rick and Morty?
I watched like the first season of Rick and Morty, and I just got sidetracked.
So Christopher Lloyd and some other kid is doing live action Rick and Morty, like
Really?
little shorts.
No shit. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So like the other day, a portal opened up, and out come Christopher Lloyd.
That
He's
is
belching.
awesome.
It's totally awesome.
Christopher Lloyd is
seen him
such
like
a character. He was also in the Addams
gift or
Family.
I mean, I know what reference you're making, but I've never seen any of it.
Yeah.
He was in the Addams Family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Christopher
Uncle
Lloyd.
Fester.
Oh yeah.
He was a great Uncle Fester.
Not Uncle Chester, Uncle
No,
Fester.
not Uncle Chester, not a
That's
chomo.
that's a different uncle.
Yeah,
altogether.
that's a chomo.
But Fester, like, have you ever watched those movies? He's like a very, very awkward fucking dude.
That's how he was. Yeah. Well, you ever see the old movie Clue? He's in it too.
Oh, he
a very
is in
young
Clue,
version
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Plays
He is in
Professor
Clue.
Plum.
Professor.
That sounds right.
Plum.
He's a total perv too.
And also in like Back to the Future, he was kind of like, he was
He
very
was a wacky scientist.
I mean, he was very likable, but he was like, this dude doesn't fuck at all.
No,
he needs to get
he's
some
like,
pussy.
He's got there's a girl.
He'd never invented the
Spread
flux
eagle,
capacitor.
rubbing one out in front of him, saying, "Please come take care of me, Daddy." He's like, 1 minute, I'm calculating this. I got this. I'm almost making a breakthrough. Give me a minute.
Because Doc ever went to the bar and
Then
like
he fell off the toilet.
he starts like talking to some like attractive women at the bar, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, I have this flux capacitor that I'm making."
Right.
And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You better be talking about your dick."
Guys that are going to the bar.
No, it's the
and
flux
pulling-
capacitor.
And pulling action are not making flux capacitor.
When I fell off the toilet,
But Marty!
I saw it right above the toilet. I said, "Oh my god, it's the flux capacitor, baby!"
Although it did have a Y in it, so it looked like the vagina. Right.
Yeah.
The vagina time travels.
This
That's all
pussy
I'm
will take you
saying.
back 50 years, motherfucker.
Have you seen the Delorean documentary on Netflix?
No.
Yeah, they talk about
The
guy.
actual car, the maker.
Yeah, the maker and where he came from and how he became a car maker.
He was a fucking nut job though,
that's
wasn't it?
cool,
One
dude.
time
He was like one of the higher ups
Yeah.
and one of the majors.
He was running like
Yeah. I can't remember which one
it
it
was
was.
drugs
Chevy
or
or
something
Ford.
for the CIA.
No
Well,
shit.
he was trying to needed capital.
Johnny
to
DeLorean?
He needed
Yeah.
capital to keep the DeLorean going, the manufacturing, the orders, and the cars that they made that they hadn't sold yet.
Well,
but then
see,
they have to make all these other ones, but the other
Right.
ones still hadn't sold yet.
And
Was
then
he-
the doors started malfunctioning.
So
Right.
was that American made then? Johnny DeLorean was American?
I don't remember
so.
what his nationality
Oh,
was.
I was
but
thinking he was French.
Oh, Jane Holmes.
But I
Sticky
think
Pits
he
and all,
went
baby.
to England to make the cars, or England or Ireland.
I don't know on that one.
I want to say they were being made in UK somewhere.
That would make sense, though.
Yeah.
I mean, because nothing really in America at that time came out with those doors.
Johnny Delorean.
Right.
There he is. Johnny
John
DeLorean. He's from Detroit, Michigan.
From Detroit.
Born in 1925, died in 2005.
Did it say what he died of?
Syphilis.
I somehow find that to be right. Yes.
Northern Ireland is where they were manufactured.
There you go.
I mean, look at that face.
Right?
That's only a face.
That's a fucking Bond villain.
That guy definitely fucked.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Because he had like really young wife, if I remember right.
He had a golden gun.
Yeah, he did.
He's had, look at the list of the spouses. It was 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got me beat.
This dude is crushing.
I mean, not by a lot, but he's got me beat.
He's got me beat.
Like, hey, I ain't no John DeLorean.
Yeah, he was charged with cocaine trafficking after the FBI
That's what it
informed
was. So
him.
his business was going under. And so
Gave him up, man.
What they did, in my opinion, was an entrapment. He was through a middleman or whatever. Hey, if you help us invest in some kilos, we can double, triple, quadruple your money, blah blah blah. And that turned into getting a warrant to do an FBI bust.
It was 55.
But he wouldn't have. He didn't solicit. Show any. They're the ones that presented this.
Yeah.
And so he went for a meeting.
With an FBI informant, James Hoffman.
When the meeting went down, it turned into a sale.
Oh, man.
He wasn't there to make a sale. He was like, listening to what they had to say. But some people are good salesmen.
He was a financer.
You gotta be careful, used car dealership.
He was a financer.
We just bought a used van tonight before I came here.
He was a financer in a scheme to sell 55 pounds of cocaine worth approximately $24 million.
Pounds of coke in
$24 million.
Yeah. And that was in 1982.
So
that's 1982. 24 million.
Yeah,
that's probably worth
money.
That's like a couple $100 million now. It has to be.
55
I don't know the time frame exchange. Hell, I don't know the country to country exchange. I don't know the time machine exchange rate. I go back in time with $100. How much am I going to get? A whole lot.
I would think you'd get more than you'd get more.
So he died of a stroke in 2005.
But think about it, if I went to if I had a time machine and went back to like the Old West, with $1,000,
maybe.
What years are you talking about? Like the Billy the Kid years and shit?
Like the Wild West.
You'd get robbed.
The 1740s.
You'd be living too fly.
1850s and shit.
Right.
Well, I think about it though. Like the life expectancy back then wasn't like very high.
No.
Well, there's all kinds of things that I could have died from.
Average man, 35 years old.
Back then,
right.
Where for me, I've had times where I've had to go to the hospital for whatever reason.
Right.
Would I've been able to survive that back then?
Probably not.
Right. But in our day and age,
no problem.
Deal.
Yeah. Yeah, like what we were talking the other day in Alton, Illinois. They had that great big dude, Robert Wadlow. He was enormous, like 7 foot, maybe 8 foot, maybe even 9 foot. He was a big fucking dude. But where I'm from, there was a little shoe store, and they used to make his shoes. So by the time I came around, they had one of his shoes up in there, and it was like an average size 12, and this thing dwarfed the size 12. Right. But that dude had like a hangnail, and it became infected, and that's how he died.
Oh,
he got sepsis and died.
Was it their shoes?
Probably not.
Wow.
Probably not. That's why.
So check this out.
When I worked for Champ Sports, Foot Locker did it too. They had it was before then. Anyways, they had Shaquille O'Neal's shoe. Mm-hmm. Did you see that? Like Reebok, his original shoe was Reebok.
Oh, I remember those in the stores.
Yeah, they had a big display where they had one pair that was his size for every store, and that was part of the display.
Right.
And you like compare your shoe to fucking Shaq's shoe.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how big that guy is.
Yeah.
You ever seen the
and he's such a cool guy, dude.
You ever see the interview where he's talking and the guy was at the urinal and a guy peeked over at him and he was like, "I know, right? Big shoe, big feet, big hands, small normal dick."
That's funny.
So by the way, now we're talking about like life expectancy.
Yeah.
So anyway, check this out. It's pretty
got
fascinating, dude. So from 1816 to 1840, an average man would live about 40.
Wow.
Just about 40.
Just about 40.
But the women.
Why? 19
Childbirth.
years? 20
Childbirth.
years is the average
Get
for a
pregnant.
woman back
Childbirth.
then.
Because they would have baby after baby after baby.
Wow.
And
That
back
is
then,
fucking crazy.
childbirth now is, you have a baby, you might be 3 days in the hospital,
Yeah.
maybe, if you really need to.
Oh, shit,
Second
man.
day was like, if you're good to go, if you want, we're like, we're gonna stay here with the extra help,
Yeah.
and the free food,
Fuck yeah.
and no,
It's not free
we're gonna
food.
take the addition. Well, yeah, no, yeah,
Life
I
was
paid for all
hard
that
back then,
shit.
though. Life was harder, though.
I paid
back
for your
then.
hospitality. I'm staying the full 3 days.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, childbirth was a bitch back in the
Right.
day.
So that's what we're saying. That's why the life
Infection
expectancy.
and
You
all
would
that.
die
Right.
bleeding.
So many things.
If you're hemorrhaging, you forget
Right.
it.
Right.
They didn't have the capability
If
to
you're, I think it's
internal
O
bleeding.
plus or O positive blood type,
Right.
which I'm not
fucking
violating
crazy,
HIPAA by saying that's my wife's blood type. But there was an issue because when we had Lewis,
Yeah.
there was some shots she should have had from particular medication in, I don't know, second trimester or whatever. I don't know, that she didn't get, and so they found out during childbirth that she hadn't had that. They were like freaking out because if the baby's also not a positive of one of the other kinds, there'd be an issue.
Yeah.
So to avoid that, there's medicine that they give for that. So how many times something that simple that
Yeah, now-
totally unexplainable, the baby died after
Yeah.
birth, no reason to explain it. Or maybe that affects the mom as well and she dies from it. So there's so many things that's what I'm saying nowadays.
So much weird
It's
things that
like
can go
whatever.
wrong.
But
Yeah.
they handle it.
Wow. Well, from 1841 to 1850, men lived up until 41 years old. 41 years.
I feel like that's
Women went up a year. That was pretty good. And honestly, it was a hard life back then.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I hear you.
it's a young person life. That's for
That's
sure.
average though. Like there's people.
Does this say like where? Because I can't see this being in New York City or like ancient Rome even. Because dudes lived to like 70s and 80s in ancient Rome. Of course, they
At
were
least
also
portrayed that way in
They
movies.
were well off.
Right.
You never
And
saw
they
a
had
slave or
warriors and warriors to
Right.
protect them.
Yeah, you never saw slaves or gladiators making it that long or
Gotcha.
generals. But you saw like old slave owners and senators and things making it into old age, emperors some if their family didn't kill them off.
Betrayed and stabbed. in the
Right?
back.
Do you imagine living like that?
No.
Nowadays, like you got to worry about your kids,
Right.
and then you got to worry about your sister's kids, so you
Right.
kill
There's
your
a lot
sister.
more people getting shot back then.
Yeah.
At least,
Right? Getting
at least
stabbed
I
in
keep
the
saying
hallway.
this. At least portrayed that way in the movies.
But I just don't think. I think people there's always maybe not as this much violence that we have today, but
Oh no.
there
definitely.
was certainly violence, and we just didn't hear about it. There was no social media back
I don't feel like there's anything.
Newspapers couldn't
There's
catch
no
everything.
uptick in stupid violence that we do to each other. I think there's just more access to the news now.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Florida's always been a cesspit of people doing stupid shit. We just hear about it now more.
What was that trend going for a while?
Right.
You Google Florida man and enter the date, and Google
And
search
you
that
can get
shit.
anything,
and you'll
yeah.
get some crazy shit that happened on that day.
I don't know what it is
some
about
Florida man.
I don't know what it is about down there.
Right? It's got to be the heat.
Did you ever live? You lived down there?
Yeah.
I lived in northern Orlando area.
Orlando.
Popka,
Mm-hmm.
which is on the border of Orange County and I don't fucking remember or give a shit.
Not give a shit.
Yeah,
We lived, if you went one block up, you were in Maitland, and another block up, you're in Altamont Springs, and all that's just, bordering North Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Winter Park, blah, blah, blah. It's about a 40 minutes south of Daytona.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Volusia Beach area.
I had a blast in St. Augustine. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would live in Florida again. I probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't. But
so expensive.
I do like to visit there.
Yeah.
I lived in Destin for 2 years.
My older brother lives in Orlando proper. He lives really close to the airport,
Mm-hmm.
and He's been there for a long time. I don't see how he fucking does it.
Yeah, it's just too hot for me down there. Like I can't. I like the seasons. I like the seasons.
I do too. I hate people complain about. Oh, I'm so ready for summer to be over. It's been so hot. I'm like, no, it hasn't. Whatever. It's gonna be. It'll be hot. It'll be cold. It's good. Or in the same people are complaining in the winter.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it's too cold.
That's me. Summer. I'm bitching in the summer and I'm bitching in the winter.
You're just bitching the bitch.
I'm a bitching motherfucker.
I hate this weather, you sons of.
Honestly, like. Once I get busy at work and I can't like have fun in the heat anymore, like it's great when I can have fun in it.
I don't even like to have fun in the heat.
But like, I like going swimming and I like doing certain things.
Cuddle up in front of the fire on a rug with a girl?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
I've done it. It's
I've done it with
it's actually pretty fucking legit.
It's nice.
I've done it at home downstairs right by my.
But you need that cold
hanging.
Yeah.
Outside to be able to make that, real.
Make that happen, yeah.
So
but I don't need
but that's just a simple example of how winter and
I love
all
the
seasons.
-5 and the -2
Right.
and my
No, I don't.
pipes freezing and
I
shit.
don't need that shit.
So I can get that too,
But I do love the nights.
Preventative measures.
Maybe I want to have my dick out.
Dude,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I love the nights where
crank the heat up, bro. That's the one thing.
I love when I can be downstairs and I got my fucking wood burning fireplace going, and I'm drinking whiskey. When I go out to get more wood, I can see my breath, and I'm like, this is where I love that, man. Like, cause I have the fire on for a reason,
dude. I played football.
I just love doing it. So Sarah and I were talking about putting like a fucking smart TV right above the fireplace and just have that thing going. Fucking stream a movie on that bitch
outside when it's nice from the fire.
I just love the fall. I just love the changing of the seasons, man. Like after a hot summer, you're getting cooled down right now. But it's still kind of like warm.
I went to high school in Northern
Cooling
California.
it down with the old 77.
Is he telling me to wind it up? Is he telling me to wind
Fuck,
it up?
that scared me.
You're like,
I'm gonna tell my story. You fucking listen.
I saw your reaction, dog. I saw your reaction, man.
Anyway, what were you talking about?
Cooling it down.
Cooling it down on the fireplace.
Fuckers. Warming it up by the fireplace. No, I played football in high school, and it was in Northern California, and we played.
Were you a tight end?
On the board, I was. You know it.
Kelly knows it. That's for sure.
We in that cold, like it'd be foggy in the mornings, whatever. All that. We're out there. In the summertime, we do our 2-a-days and whatnot, and we get like so hot. But through the season, it starts getting cool. We have our practice and whatnot. You pop off your helmet, and it's just smoking off of your head.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Like,
and your equipment, when it dries up, it just stinks like a dude.
Right, I was gonna say.
It
stinks like your butthole.
Smells like a man.
All your sweat is just giving off this smoke.
musk.
It's the craziest fucking thing, bro.
That musk is strong.
Football
But you were
musk.
talking about something that reminded me of that.
Dude.
That's why I didn't tell that story.
So anyway, speaking of that, like being in the locker room after a football practice is the worst fucking thing in the world.
Stinky.
It just stinks like foul armpits and fucking buttholes, dude.
And these fucking they would fucking make
like,
us
God.
ride a bus all the way back to our school and
Sweaty.
undress, leave our shit there, and shower. They would make us fucking shower. It's Friday night. I just played
You wanna get
football. We drove an hour back to get back from San Jose.
I mean, I've watched Saturday
to
Night.
get back to fucking and
I've watched Friday Night Lights
showers.
before. I know about it. I know you want to.
I know I've seen it.
I know you
You know,
wanted
my
to get
favorite-
back
My
and take a
favorite
shower.
high school football movie is Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With
Goldie
Goldie
Hawn.
Hawn.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good
Yeah.
one, dude. That's a good one.
With Blackness, what's his name?
Oh, Wesley Snipes. Darkness.
Darkness.
Darkness,
Darkness, everybody.
Y'all are
Darkness
wrong.
Is prevailing.
You guys
It's prevailing.
are wrong. That's not who I was talking about. It is. I was
Wesley Snipes was in that, right?
Yeah, he was. He was in that.
He was also a vampire.
He was a vampire.
Darkness, everybody.
Darkness is taking
You
over.
got to remember, this was before Wesley Snipes.
Look, y'all the one that came up with the right answer.
Well, it goes back to the whole Charlie Murphy thing,
Right.
man. Like he made that shit famous.
Man, I love those guys.
That Charlie Murphy Real Hollywood Stories was great.
Right.
The whole one with Rick James was the absolute best.
Yeah. I recently started just watching some old episodes with all the different.
Darkness, everybody! Darkness is ready!
Darkness is
Fucking
spreading.
I don't know what all the different streaming services. I can't remember which one it's on now, but they have it on there, and I was watching it the other day. I was he's kicking up the couch with his muddy boots. They should have never given you niggas any money.
Right. Chappelle.
And there he is grinding his muddy boots.
That's Chappelle's show.
Cocaine was a hell of a drug.
That was one of the all-time best episodes of Chappelle. Also, the time travelers.
Oh, the time hangers.
Ricky, he did talk shit on during that when they were interviewing him when he was old. He did still talk shit on Charlie Murphy.
And then Clayton Bigsby. That was his.
That's like on the first episode.
That was the first skit.
Was it the very first skit?
I mean,
too?
how do you top that? Like, you knew the show was going to be good if he was going to lead off with that.
He divorced his wife.
Right.
Honestly.
And his quote was...
if you want to, Angel, go ahead.
Say it.
No, man, I'd say it.
You're quoting somebody else.
Okay.
Well, you have the you can say it without getting in trouble.
You know, I joke about that, and I have been around black friends, and I'm very, very comfortable with certain black fans talking like that around them. But there's also people that I know don't like that, and I respect their wishes.
Absolutely,
I don't act that way. And if I don't know you, I'm not going to disrespect you and assume that it's cool for me to talk a certain way around you or in front of you. But if I know you, I know you. If you know me, you know me.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And I'm a part of this show. I'm not afraid to show myself.
No, I know that. Angel, you're a
So
real dude, man. And, I could commend you for that, always. Always a real dude.
Right. But I ain't.
This fucking guy. So
my great grandma Petra, y'all ain't got nothing on darkness on her.
Darkness is spreading everywhere.
Darkness is. No, that's got to be like one of the old-time shows is Chappelle, man.
Yeah.
For 2 years, to gain that much momentum and not to carry it on because Comedy Central wanted more control over it.
6 years, right?
And that's why he bailed. He's
Didn't
like,
he have like 3 seasons? They were in the midst.
No, there was 2.
They were in the midst of doing a third, though. I thought
they might have recorded it, but they never fucking. They never finished.
And there was a lot of people a lot of stand-ups and a lot of actors who had roles in that show.
Yeah,
you had
dude.
Paul Mooney, right?
Paul Mooney was fucking in that.
Negrodamus.
Oh, dude, I gotta pull one of those up.
And he was the milkman,
right?
I keep coming back to that. My bad.
Was that shit not the best, man?
Or no, one of my favorites was they were shooting dice in the basement. And
Ashy Larry.
Come on, Mama need a new pair of shoes. What you need is some lotion and some pants.
Pants.
Here we go.
Did you know?
Mother fudger!
Did you know detergent?
Skip.
Clorox commercial.
Skip.
Damn you, Clorox!
God, we're so old. We remember when YouTube never had ads.
I was just
Everything
saying
does that now. You scroll on Facebook, you're watching a video about baseball, and they have commercial.
Mexican.
Oh, here we go.
Mexican.
Here we go.
HBO, the greatest network
Wait a
of our
second
time,
here.
has brought you compelling
No.
documentaries.
The play it, hate his ball.
At first they had the Mexican with Brad Pitt, and now they've got the Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. Well, I've written the film. Maybe they'll produce my film, The Last on Earth, starring Tom Hanks. How about that?
He's a fucking genius, this guy, man.
Starring Tom Hanks.
Hanks.
He actually wrote a lot of stuff for Richard Pryor too.
Oh
man.
yeah.
Ciao, buonasera, Nigrodamus. Io sono italiana e tutti ti mandiamo un bacione enorme, tutti gli italiani.
All the way from Italy.
Ma volevo sapere cosa succederà a Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell shall have a sex change. She will become a man and marry Liza Minnelli's husband and beat him.
And beat him.
Grazie mille. Grazie.
Next.
Hi, Nigrodamus. What will happen to Star Jones on The View?
Star Jones, I'm getting something. Star Jones will have 2 jobs. First, she'll do The View, then she'll take her wig off and do the weather.
Ask a black dude.
Oh my god, dude.
Why in the movies is the black guy the first guy killed?
That happy that's in that movie where he heals all white people. The big black runaway.
Green Mile.
He was throughout the whole movie. He only got killed at the end, which I hated. I hated that movie because I hated him and I hated everybody that wrote that movie.
I love that movie, man. That's a great movie.
Barbershop.
Fuck you,
Everybody worried
Palmer.
about what they say in white films. White films go all over the world. Because I remember The Godfather, and I won't forget and they had the drug scene, and they said, well, we don't do that. Sell it to the They should have had something to say about that. Are your camera still on?
Black people want to go to black dentists, and do black people want to get buried by black
people,
undertakers.
You couldn't think of the word for a second.
Stephen King. He almost said, I read between. I always thought dentists.
He had to catch himself.
Black and white dentists, please. They can fix the teeth, cool. They can't, that's cool too. That's kind of a weird question. And coming from Stephen King, that was very strange. Kind of a horror man come on and ask a question about that was already scary. A script for Stephen King. I have a Stephen King.
He passed away recently.
The Brain. We'll see how that scared people.
Paul Mooney.
In school. How about that, Stephen?
And now, Mooney on.
Oh man, he's
Mooney on movies.
Just a genius, bro.
Our first film is Gone with the Wind. This film is an epic romance centering around Scarlett O'Hara, a damsel in distress during the Civil War. It is a must-own, must-see movie. I highly recommend it.
I couldn't agree with you more. I've actually seen Gone with the Wind 13 times since I was 10 years old.
Between two white girls.
You must be on crack. I don't think we've seen the same movie. I thought Scarlett was a hoe because she went to bed with everybody but Mammy.
But Mammy.
I love Mammy. And Mammy was the best. The best scene in the movie is when Mammy told the white people, "Get off my porch, white trash." I stood and I applauded. I loved every bit of it.
I liked Mammy though. I thought she was great. I thought she had a great role.
Do you know in real life it was Hattie McDaniels? They wouldn't let Mammy go to the opening. Hollywood, no, Hollywood goes too far. She's dead, but she's dead. But everybody comes back. Everybody comes back to get their money. She came back as Oprah Winfrey to get her money.
Barbershop is a smart comedy about a day in the life of a black barbershop on the south side of Chicago. It is owned by Ice Cube and inhabited by a colorful cast of characters who bicker with one another in various hilarious ways. Recently, a sequel was made.
You know, it's just a front. It really, they sell drugs out of barbershops.
The Last Samurai centers around Tom Cruise, a Civil War veteran who goes to Japan and teaches the Emperor's troops how to fight.
No. Another movie this I was offended by. I mean, Hollywood is crazy. The Last Samurai, starring Tom Cruise. He's the Last Samurai. Give me a break. That movie was offensive. I mean, Hollywood is crazy. At first they had the Mexican with Brad Pitt, and now they've got the Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. Well, I've written the film. Maybe they'll produce my film. The Last on Earth.
The last what did he say?
Oh man, this fucking thing.
Starring Tom Hanks. How about that?
Yeah, the last. Yeah, I can't say the word. You can.
The last N-word.
Oh, I just gotta say that Chappelle was just full of that stuff, man.
People, I swear, if I offend anybody, I'm sorry. It's Matt's fault.
Yes,
What?
totally.
Oh, don't blame it on me.
Cool people.
Cool people of the
I
earth.
don't think you got anything to worry about, man.
Whoa!
Yeah, jokes.
Sorry about that.
So we talked about a bunch of stuff tonight.
We did. We tried to keep it a little lighthearted in the second time around. So, man, I'll tell you, man. I just want to say to Dave and Jessica, I hope everything is okay at home.
Yeah, take care of yourself, Dave.
And
We got you
your
here.
father-in-law. So we wish, we missed you tonight, but Angel was here hanging out with us, and
Just so that we say we did it, I'm thinking a number in my head between 1 and 10. What number am I thinking of?
1.
So close. It was 4. We had our trivia segment.
Oh, there you go. Well, hold on a second here.
There you go.
Fucking prick.
But thanks to all of our Patreon subscribers.
Yeah, thanks to Biscuit Strength,
Mhm.
thanks to JT at the Paranormal Sun, and thanks to the Jeff City Paranormal.
Jeff City, yeah. Thanks, guys, for everything, and also to all of our podcasts that listen to us. We listen back to you guys, and all
Tons.
of our
Some shout outs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Angel.
Caleb, brother-in-law.
Oh yeah, Caleb, Courtney, Roger, Joey Caputa. a lot of people that just listen all the time. Big Philly, not really.
Shout out to my boy Tim and Toby.
There you go.
Well, I've been trying to tell people about it. Yeah, I talk about you guys all the time. I tell people, so hopefully it'll start getting out more.
Yeah, I noticed our boy, our boy Will Geisert is always tossing our name out on
Will, what's
social
up,
media.
dude?
What's up, Will?
Hope
Geyser
you're well.
Soze.
Yeah, we'll see you October 13th.
That's
bro.
right, man.
Yeah.
Jeff City Paranormal coming back on the show.
Cool.
They've got a nice Halloween episode coming up.
They do. We
And
can't.
speaking of Halloween,
we need the stories.
We would love your stories.
We want your stories, man. DM us or email us. Call us, Scott.
Yeah, absolutely. You can give us a call at 573-246-0779.
Leave a voicemail.
Yeah.
There you go. And like I said, man, if you want to keep it anonymous, that's fine with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We just want to hear about it. Let us know.
Or if you want your 15 minutes, we'll blow you up.
That's right, we'll blow you up. You can hit us up on TikTok.
We can record it. We can pre-record it, actually.
Yeah.
We
Heck,
could
we
actually
run your
record
ad,
this. Yeah.
right here.
That's right. So we'll see you on 71.
72.
72. I did it again.
Today is 71.
I did it again.
I was just going to say 71 in the books.
Correct me now. Shame me.
You have been sufficiently shamed.
All right. All right, guys. Have a great week.
See y'all.
See you next Tuesday.
Deuces.
Bitches.